Welcome back. All right, before we get started talking all things high school football, Jermaine, I know there's some things going on in the Virginia Tech world when it comes to football. What's happening?
Well, I tell you what, they talked about earlier a search committee at Virginia Tech. President Dr. Tim Sands and Director of Athletics Whit Babcock today announced the formation of the university's search committee to identify the Hokies' next head football coach. That a distinguished group comprised of leaders with deep expertise, institutional pride, and national credibility, of course, will guide one of the most important hires in Virginia Tech's athletic history. It's an 8-member committee, so let's look at the names. Bruce Arians, he was a 1974 graduate of Virginia Tech, played quarterback for the Hokies, and he was an NFL Super Bowl winning coach. Bridget Ryan Berman, now she graduated from Virginia Tech 1982 and is the managing partner of Ryan Berman Advisory, a strategic consulting firm. Lynn Dottie, she's a 1985 graduate of Virginia Tech, receiving the university's Distinguished Achievement Award 2018. Now, she's retired chairman and chief executive officer at KPMG. That's a limited partnership. Bud Foster, he led the Hokies defense as a coordinator there from 96 through 2019. Currently, he's a special assistant to Whit Babcock since 2020, assisting in the Hokie Club in all areas of athletics. Brad Hobbs, he's a 1990 graduate of the Virginia Tech as the president and CEO of Air Control Concepts, formerly known as Hobbs and Associates. And 3 more names to tell you about. Ryan McCarthy holds degrees from both the VMI and the Robert H. Smith School of Business at the University of Maryland. McCarthy was in the Army from 97 through 2002. Jay Pearson, a 1987 graduate of Virginia Tech. Now, he was a member of the Corps of Cadets Earning Commission as a second lieutenant in the National Guard. And then finally, Eddie Royal, a 2007 graduate of Virginia Tech, played for the Hokies, currently with the ACC Network. So that's big news.
That's big news.
Because that's something they want to do. Want to get a committee in there versus depending on others. So, of course, this is a story we'll keep following as it goes on.
Yeah, so make sure you download your WFXR News app so you can get those alerts sent straight to your phone.
I had to catch my breath. I was running in here trying to put all
that was a lot. It was breaking, so you handled it.
It was popping.
It was popping, but you know what else is popping?
High school football.
Let's talk about it. Week 6.
That's
What
right.
game are we looking at today?
I tell you what, good game of the week. Going to Pearisburg, the Bandana Crew, Mountain Empire District Battle. 2 teams are 4-1. Auburn Eagles taking the Giles Spartans. That game kicks off tonight at 7. Now, Giles leads the series 27-1. Hazelmarie, last meeting was 2 years ago. Giles won that game 63-21. Giles was one of the last 20 meetings, Hazelmarie. Auburn's only win in this series came back in September 19th, 1997. That's a 14-7 win in Reiner now. Last week, Auburn won at home over Eastern Montgomery. Giles won at Tazewell. Both teams are on 4-game winning streaks after losing their opener. Giles are averaging 40 points per game in the 4-game winning streak, giving up only 12 points per game. Auburn is averaging 45 points per game in the 4-game winning streak while giving up 21 points per game. That should be a good one down there.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the other games because we have a busy crew that's out tonight.
Yeah, we're like a buffet.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't just serve up one meal. We serve up multiple meals. Multiple meals.
There you go.
But here are some games of note. We're going to have highlights of 13 games. Here's some big games of note here. You see Carroll County visiting Highlander Stadium. They're going to play Glenver. 5-0 matchup. Carroll County 4-1. A battle of 3-1 teams with Bob Patterson Stadium in Vinton. William Byrd hosting Radford. And over at Miller Field, William Fleming at 2-2 hosting George Washington at 3-1. The Hill City of Lynchburg. It's Franklin County at 2-2 visiting 2-1 Liberty Christian. And at Salem Stadium tonight, the Spartans, they got their first win of the year hosting a very tough Patrick Henry team. They're 5-0. Of course, we'll have highlights of 13 games tonight here on the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. And something to keep in mind, Hardee's Friday Night Blitz coming away tonight at the same time on WFXR, CW Virginia, WFXRTV.com, Facebook and YouTube. We're streaming it there. And, of course, check it out each Saturday morning at 11 on the CW.
There's no way that you can't miss it. Now, we have to switch over gears and talk about NASCAR for just a second.
Got NASCAR. It is going to be the Xfinity Series. The Roval, which is a unique track. Of course, we have that coming your way. That's going to be the round of 12 cutoff playoffs. It gets on our way tomorrow, CW Virginia, CW. NASCAR Countdown Live at 4:30. Then racing from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But before the Xfinity race, Virginia Tech for the second straight week. They are going to be on CW Virginia. Homecoming down there at Lane Stadium. They take on Wake Forest. That'll be a game that's going to kick off for tomorrow at 1. And then real quick, the college football schedule. These are 3 1:00 games. Greensboro at Southern Virginia, Washington and Lee at Hampton Sydney, Shorter at Ferrum. And then the 1:30 game, Chattanooga taking on VMI. Randolph-Macon at Roanoke College. That's a big game for
Yeah.
Roanoke. 24th ranked Virginia will be at Louisville. And then here's the schedule on Fox. We're going to blaze through it real fast because that's how I roll. Wisconsin at Michigan at noon. American League Divisional Series game. That's going to be the Yankees at Toronto. Game 1 of that series at 3:30. Back to college football. Colorado taking on TCU. That's a 7:30 game. And then Sunday. NFL doubleheader. Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. That's a 1 o'clock start because the Cowboys got a tie. That's like kissing your sister last week against Green Bay. And the Washington Commanders will be at the L.A. Chargers. So we packed in a lot there.
I mean,
Felt
you
like I
did.
did 3 sports casts in one there.
How do you feel? Do you need some water?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just excited about the weather coming up.
No, but seriously, it's perfect weather.
That's right.
For football.
It's going to be a little chill at the end probably, but overall, this is fall. We should have a little chill.
I am here for it. Brandon, give us some good news.
Guys, for tonight's game of the week, we have Chef's Kiss fall weather for you. By 7 p.m., we'll be into the mid to upper 70s. I mean, it's going to be great weather, but you might want a light jacket because we'll be in the lower 50s by the drive home. Most importantly, though, we are dry for this evening, but rain is possible later on next week. Details coming up next.